A very good morning, my dear friends. This is Vijay with this morning hot cup of coffee. I hope you all have finished your cup of coffee. Well, the question this morning is about saints. We got so many saints, scores of saints in the Catholic Church, and many of them whose bodies are still incorrupt, absolutely non-corrupt, should I say, not incorrupt, non-corrupt, who are still as it is when they were buried many, many years ago. We come to you with these saints because they sacrificed a lot in life. Look at Saint Francis of Assisi. Look at Saint Francis Xavier. Look at Padre Pio. Look at Saint Mother Teresa. Look at Saint Paul, Pope John Paul. I mean, there's so many saints. These are the latest ones. And what we are, how are we inspired by them? And how we should follow them? This is the question I'm asking Nelson. Nelson, my friend, please tell us, what role does a saint play in our lives, in the Catholic Church, and how we have to follow him?
Good morning, everyone. Today we will be answering the question, how do I walk with the saints in their path? And the first thing that strikes me is, who is a saint that you love? I remember when I was young, I was very attracted to Saint Anthony of Padua because I had read these small magazines about Anthony and the great miracles that he performed. My father would talk about him in great detail. But as I grew up, I wanted a more intellectual approach to my spirituality. And then I got attracted to Saint Teresa of Avila, Saint John of the Cross, a Carmelite form of mystical spirituality. Now, each of you, if you look at the saints in your life that inspire you, there will be 1, 2, or 3 that stand out. And you're attracted to them. What I would advise is that if you could read their lives in depth, go in deep understanding of their lives, their struggles, their successes, how they overcame all their barriers. And most of the saints have suffered. You will be attracted to the saints by the way they've lived their lives, but also in their suffering. And this is a pain that attracts us to Jesus, because Jesus ultimately suffered before the resurrection. But the saints have suffered in different ways, and their suffering, linked with your suffering, gives you inspiration on your everyday path. Whether it's relationships, whether it's your job, whether it's your community in the church, whether it's your personal struggle with the sin. Remember, a lot of saints like Saint Augustine, Mary of Egypt, etc., they suffered with the sins, the carnal sins of the flesh, and they overcame them. So whatever your struggle, try and read the saints in great depth and learn through their example. And you will see that by linking your suffering to their suffering, you're ultimately able to surrender that suffering to Jesus on the cross. And the saints lead you to Jesus ultimately. So thank you for listening to me. God bless.